This video is to teach you about Mulabhanda. Mulabhanda is the first of the three bandhas, and bandhas in yoga refer to muscular locks that we have within the body. We have many, but there are three main bandhas which we use all the time in yoga and which are also applicable to freediving. Mulabhanda refers to the pelvic floor in Western anatomy. The pelvic floor is a strong group of muscles that seal off the base of the upper body. They basically hold everything inside. In yoga, we use the pelvic floor or Mulabhanda to hold and direct energy upwards. There are some very specific points that you need to focus on in order to engage Mulabhanda correctly. The first point to note is that it has nothing to do with the external muscles of your gluteals, your butt muscles, your thighs and your hips. So one mistake that people tend to make when they start to do Mulabhanda is they squeeze their butt cheeks. And you can tell if you're doing this because if you're sitting, you're going to rise up and down like this. Okay? So you want to keep those external muscles relaxed. The points that you do need to focus on are your anus, your sex organs, and your navel point. So these 3 points enable you to effectively engage Mulabhanda. You want to tighten the anus and pull upwards slightly. You want to pull upwards and inwards on your sex organs, and the navel point pulls in. We use Mulabhanda to direct energy on both an inhale and an exhale in our yoga practice. But why is it significant for freediving? Mulabhanda creates a huge amount of our core stability. So as well as sealing off the base of the body, there's a lot of interconnective tissues that go into the core. And of course, when we're freediving, the core stability is what helps us to create a lot of our forward motion. As well as being strong, we also need to be able to actively relax Mulabhanda when we're in the water. If we are subconsciously tense in this area, because there are so many interconnective tissues going upwards into the body, all the way to the diaphragm, we can actually limit our equalisation. So this is why when we're in the water, in the free fall, you really want to soften your pelvis, allow your legs to completely relax, because this is actually going to have a connective knock-on effect on the softness that you will experience in your diaphragm. We don't have muscles, or we very rarely have muscles that can operate completely in isolation. When you're tensing somewhere, it is stimulating a whole muscle chain reaction. So what is happening down here will have an effect on what is happening up here. So firstly, you need to find Mulabhanda and be able to engage and relax it at will. So we're going to do that first on an inhale. We're going to take 2 breaths just to relax ourselves, and then we inhale deeply. And then holding the breath, I will direct you to engage the anus, pulling it up, your sex organs, pulling them up, and your navel point, pulling it inwards. So make sure you're sitting comfortably, and we just breathe in deeply and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. And inhale deeply now. Hold the breath in. Pull up on your anus, your sex organs and your navel point. Make sure your gluteals are relaxed, your hips and your thighs. And exhale and relax. You may find when you do this exercise that you're able to engage one of those 3 points more easily and consistently than the others. So work with your awareness to make sure that you're holding the contraction across the whole of Mulabhanda. We're going to do that one more time on an inhale, and then we're going to do the exhale. So take a deep breath in. Exhale to relax. And inhale deeply and hold. Anus, sex organs, navel. And exhale, relax. So we're going to do it now on an exhale. Observe how it feels different for you, whether you're doing it on an inhale hold or an exhale hold. So we're going to take a deep breath in and exhale to relax, a deep breath in and then exhale completely and engage Mulabhanda. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely and hold it out and engage Mulabhanda. Good. So when you hold the breath out, in your mind think anus, sex organs, navel. It's almost like a zip is coming from the back of your body up to the navel point and really closing the energy in at the base of your body. We're going to do one more time on an exhale now. Make sure when you do these holds that you're not tensing your arms, your upper body. Keep everything relaxed. Learn how to isolate the relaxation in the areas that you don't need to be contracting as much as possible. So inhale, exhale and relax. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely and hold. Engage Mulabhanda, anus, sex organs, navel. Well done. So practice this on the inhale and on the exhale, and you can also engage and release, engage and release. So when you become more familiar with the muscles that you need to be contracting, that they begin to respond more at your will, and you can really feel that you have them under control. Sat Nam.